Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Pastor Tony with Kingdom Life Worship Center. I think the camera's right there. Okay, cool. Listen, I haven't even brushed my teeth this morning. I haven't even got dressed. I don't even care how I look this morning. I just needed to speak about what I'm starting to see, what's been going on for the last few days. After the death of George Floyd, after the peaceful protest, I think something shifted. And for the last several nights, we've been dealing with a lot of chaos, a lot of confusion. It's time for us to speak about it. The church needs to speak about it. The communities need to speak about it. So I'm going to speak about it. All right. I had to write these things down because I didn't want to miss anything. I may not hit everything. This not hit everything. And this honestly is not even about George Floyd on this video. It's about what has happened now and what's just straight up crazy. So first and foremost, it is May 30th. It's about 11:30 my time. And I probably will post this on YouTube or whatever social platform that will get the ears and the eyes of people to see. This is just something for you to listen. I may not even have comments. I don't have time for foolishness and people want to make threats and people upset and cussing and do all the things that we do behind closed doors and the things that you just allow your mind just to go crazy. I get it. So I don't have time for that. This is just something for you to watch. Some people will support and they know how to reach me. Some people won't. So if it's not for you, it's not for you. But I do pray that you at least listen. Protesting. Protesting is wonderful. Protesting is where we stand united. We stand together. It's for a cause. It's supportive. It's peaceful. It's done normally in the daytime hours. And it has an agenda. The beginning agenda for the protesting was about George Floyd. It was about justice to be served. It was about us not being, or enough is enough, about us standing together in peace and love and going against a system that has been wrong for such a long time. That's protesting. There is a difference between protesting and rioting. I need you to understand that. So everything that you're seeing on CNN and Fox News and everything else, this is not protesting. Every time I hear it, I get upset. That's not protesting what you're seeing. That is rioting. There is a difference. Okay. There's a difference between rioting and protesting. Let me tell you a little bit about rioting. Rioting is lawlessness. Rioting is chaos. Rioting is cowardice. That's why most of them that you see rioting has their face covered, and it's always done midnight and 1 o'clock in the morning. It causes more harm than good. There's no agenda for rioting but chaos. It's pure evil, and the intentive is cause destruction. Okay? The message during rioting is lost. There's no message. It's just straight up chaos. You're cussing out people that you don't know. You're just going straight crazy. All right. You don't listen when you're writing. You're in a whole nother deranged place. Yeah, I can be preaching all day right now, but I'm going to talk to your mind states right now. And I pray that you receive this as well in the spirit. You're not even listening when you're writing. You're gone. You've given room to the enemy to do anything, say anything that you desire to do. Also, you allow room for the enemy to move. That's why outsiders, most of these areas where there's rioting, a lot of outsiders are coming from other cities and other states, and they're causing the chaos. Let me tell you right now, it's just not black folks. It's just not white folks. It's just not Hispanics. There's all kind of people, young and old, that get called in. It's familiar spirits, people that want to cause confusion and want to cause chaos. They all gravitate together for this one agenda, which is chaos, okay? They have their own agenda. This is no longer about George Floyd. This is about chaos and confusion. Something that people don't understand, rioting goes against protesting. It's not about protesting. It's not about Black Lives Matter or We Matter or life or about peace and about justice. It's no longer about those kind of things when you're rioting. It's about, I'm fed up. I'm going to say what I want to say with my hands. People are breaking into businesses and stealing. That's criminal activity now, right? You're stopping semi trucks on the highway and looting them. You're doing things that you normally would say is wrong. You're gone. Your mind state is you've just let go of every type of sane thought process and you've just let yourself loose. Therefore, it goes against the agenda of protesters. My people, you're going against the very people that's protesting for justice, because you're now doing something that goes against everything that we stand for. That's what rioting is all about. In COVID-19, it already had me and my family where we couldn't like go to restaurants and parks and malls and graduations for the kids that's in high school and graduate my eighth graders in middle school going to the high school next year. She couldn't have her graduation and dances and gatherings and all that stuff hit us with COVID-19. You couldn't even enjoy life normal. But now it's not the virus that's doing this, it's us. And listen, I'm not talking to everybody. There's some people out there protesting peacefully. And you got caught up in this confusion with the idiots of the rioting, which is causing damage, billions of dollars of damage. Being in our own communities, in our own cities, people that's been working their whole lives to try to support their families. You're doing this to them. You're causing them to be unemployed. You're causing them not to be able to employ their workers and to feed their families. You are. You're looting and stealing. What does this have to do about George Floyd? Nothing. Zero. And I understand, again, it's not everyone. It's a small few that is getting a spotlight on the media. So now, it's not because of the virus that I don't feel safe. It's because of now, if it's 11, 12 o'clock, if I want to go somewhere and get something to eat with my wife or my kids, I got to now worry about, is there going to be somebody on the highway stopping all the traffic? Is there somebody that's going to be beating on cars? If there's going to be an officer that's being attacked because he's trying to get home to his family? If the fire department comes out to put out a blaze, are you going to attack him too? What if the hospital, what if they're in your limelight? Do you want to attack them too? That's what chaos and rioting is all about. It's sad, it's dangerous, and I don't stand with you. I don't stand for that agenda. Even George Floyd's family is saying stop. Leaders are saying stop. Your own people are saying stops. Sports figures, I need all of y'all to stand up and say, just like you wanted to step up when it happened with the cop that killed George Floyd, I need for you to step up now to say, hey, y'all need to chill out. This is wrong. I don't stand with you. Y'all are the only people they listen to. Half of them don't listen to the elders, the parents. They listen to sports figures and artists. So speak out. That's what I'm doing right now. Not worrying anymore just about myself. Yeah, you can try to be secluded in your home if you want to. This is going to get closer to you. What happens when they block off the National Guard and military gets in the areas where they can't go? What's next? The communities, the cities, neighborhoods? They're going to tear down everything. That's what chaos does. It's a fire and it's not controllable. Why do you think every time there's a national fire that there's such a prayer time? Because we understand that firefighters are trained for this, but sometimes because of the wind blowing, the fire takes on a mind of its own. That's what chaos is. It's a strong wind of confusion. Okay. The community has to speak out against this. This is wrong. Rioting is wrong. Protesting is right. But because of the ignorance that you're doing right now, nobody's listening to protesting because all they're focusing on is your rioting. We don't stand with you, and this is wrong. Recently, we had praised, because of COVID-19, we praised all the first responders. The police officers that had the mask on that was serving the communities. We praised the fire departments that was still showing up for work. My auntie is a nurse, my auntie is a director at a hospital. And there's nurses and doctors and all these practitioners that are stepping up and putting themselves in harm's way to protect us. Now, the same people that we praised just a week ago, this thing has shifted. Now we're putting them in danger. All these people we praised just a week or two ago, now we're all putting them in danger because of our actions with rioting. Not by a disease, but by our actions. This is not about George Floyd anymore. I'm a big old kid at heart. I got 3 boys. My oldest is in the military. Yeah, my oldest is in the military. He may get caught out because of the foolishness that y'all are doing. And I'm a black man. All right. It doesn't matter if I'm black, I'm white, I'm Chinese, I'm Hispanic. You're putting your own families at risk because of your foolishness. The police department, that's our families. That's our dads, daughters, mothers. You don't care who it is because they have a uniform on and you see them as the issue. They're not the issue. They're people within the police department that are issues. There's systematic things that are issues. There's rules and regulations that needs to be changed, I agree. But don't put them all in the same category, just like you don't want to put all black people in the same category, all white people in the same category, all Hispanics in the same category. You're doing exactly the same thing as the ones that you're going against. Stop this foolishness. I'm a big kid at heart. I love Marvel, I love DC, all of that. And my kids love Spider-Man. That's one of their favorite superheroes. And I know this might sound silly to you, but oh well. Spider-Man had his number one villain. Batman's number one villain was Joker. But Spider-Man's number one villain was Venom. Okay? Spider-Man had an agenda to protect New York, to keep the city safe. Venom had an agenda. He hated Spider-Man. He wasn't about killing everybody, but unless they got in his way. But he hated Spider-Man. You know, they both had agendas. But then there was another character that popped up later on. You know I'm talking about, the red guy. Carnage. Carnage mind state was screw everybody. I don't care who it is. I don't care what city, what state, what government. I want straight up chaos. I want it all to burn. I'm Carnage. If you think about it, Carnage, when he spoke, he sounded like thousands of people speaking at one time. Thousands of voices. Spirits, all in one, causing chaos and havoc. I watched a video the other night, and it was this man, couldn't tell his nationality, covered face, but he was in the midst of a fire behind him, a building burning, and he was screaming with chaos, and the voice that was coming out of him didn't sound human. It was so demonic and evil. It was like a shrill, a squeal. Chaos. I'm seeing people throwing rocks through buildings. What does that have to do with George Floyd? No justice, no peace. You're burning down cities and communities. What does that have to do with anything? Who are you? Are you somebody we need to worry about? What are you doing right now? It's wrong. Check yourself. We don't stand with you. People are now unemployed in these places downtown because of you. People now have stopped protesting. The ones that white people were standing with black people. Hispanics were standing with Asians. We were all standing together protesting. No justice, no peace. People are walking away. We're losing because of you. These communities now, we talk about stimulus checks and things that we may need because we're unemployed. You're out there causing so much confusion. That's not even the agenda anymore. COVID-19, have you heard about it lately? You are the agenda now. You're causing the narrative on the news. Stop it before something happens. Your acts are cowardly. You come out at night after midnight with a face covered. That's violent. That's criminal. That's cowardly. There's no man in you breaking down a building and looting and robbing. That's criminal in you. Are you a criminal? Who are you? Check yourself. Stop it. The police that are out there right now, I want to speak out. I'm not talking right now about the George Floyd situation. I'm talking about the whole narrative. The police, these are our brothers, our sisters, our mothers, our daughters. The fire departments, brothers, cousins, nieces, nephews. Yes, the George Floyd situation was horrible and it was wrong. And I want justice too. But even the family of George Floyd has spoken out. Stop this foolishness with the rioting because you're taking away from the story. You're taking away from what we're trying to change. Everybody probably by now has seen the message by Martin Luther King about the voice of the unheard when it comes to rioting. Be careful, y'all, because you're unleashing something that you cannot stop, or unleashing something that will get out of control and become more dangerous than good. You're attacking your own people. These are people that live in the same communities as you. And real quick, this is not even on this paper. All these people that's traveling from city to city, from state to state, not the protest, but the rioting, go get some help. You need to talk to somebody. Maybe it's a pastor, maybe it's a counselor, psychiatrist. Because what you're doing right now, I understand that you feel enough is enough. I understand that you feel like you have a voice, you want to be heard. Let somebody hear you. Communicate with somebody. Because your form of communication is destructive and it's not wanted. And we don't stand with you. You're not any of my people. You're not any of my people. Not like that. So I am calling for not the president, not the mayor, not the governor, not even the police to change and to stop this. Not the rioting. The rioting, I'm calling for fathers, mothers, sisters, brothers to reach out to your family, reach out to your friends. If you know they're going there, stop them. Tell them to stop. Because what this is turning into right now is going to get really, really bad, really, really quick. The National Guard, the military has already been called in. All right. We're going against, we're trying to attack each and every person that we can. We want to point fingers at Donald Trump. We want President Donald Trump. We want to point fingers at this, at that. Stop all this finger point stuff. Because now you're part of the problem if you're out there rioting. And to all my brothers and sisters, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, everybody that's out there protesting peacefully, thank you so much for supporting the Floyd family. Thank you so much for standing with the injustice and the inequality that's going on in society. This is going back years and years, years. You know, I spoke about it recently at my job to my coworkers. And you know what? I had a few of them reach out to me on their own. And they spoke to me and they said, listen, sometimes we don't even know what to say, you know, and I understand now more. And I'm so sorry. And I was like, listen, don't apologize to me. Listen, you communicating with me means more than you can even know. And I'm grateful for those people. You know who you are. And the ones that chose not to say anything, I want you to know that sometimes silence feels like betrayal because we laugh and we joke about everything else. But when something that hits me home in my communities, in my families, and you choose not to make even a comment, or even some of them made comments, overlook what I said. Like I say one thing and they just change the subject immediately. When all this is happening, it's so detrimental and dangerous and sensitive. It hurts, y'all. It hurts. So you not saying anything actually hurt more than you speak it out, because at least then we could have communicated and talked about it. So think about those things next time you choose not to say a word. Okay? So God bless y'all. I pray that you receive this in love. Listen, enough is enough. It's time for our communities to step up and stop relying on just the president and the governors and the mayors and the police to do everything for us. These are our people out there. Hey, I ain't talking about just black folks. I'm talking to white, Hispanic, Chinese, Asian, everybody that's out there, our communities. We have these next door apps and all these apps, get Facebook, and we need to start speaking in love because there's so many people that don't know what to say, or they do know what to say and they don't say it, or they choose to speak more death and not life. I choose to speak life today. Stop it. Stop the rioting. Stop the looting. Stop the harm. Stop the shooting at the police. Stop all that. That's not what Martin Luther King wants. That's not what the George Floyd family wants. That's not what Jesus Christ wants. All right? Stop all this foolishness. God bless you. And I pray that we can get this thing together because we are the people. All right? God bless you.